How's it going, everybody? I'm Steve, and welcome back. So tonight I want to talk about my top 10 Criterion wish list for 2025. These are actually like 7 of these I actually own. 3 of these I've never owned. I probably should buy them because it seems like when you buy movies online or whatever, that's when Criterion will actually announce it at that point. So the first one here is actually from Kurosawa. He had the movie called Ran. This was actually released in 1985. It's by number 316 in the Criterion collection already, DVD, and it's out of print. So I've actually watched the Studio Canal version of this. Looks really good. So it'd be interesting if Criterion actually brings that one back this year. I think they will, since they have so many other other Kurosawa movies in the collection already. And the other 3 are actually all Wes Anderson titles. I think the one that's they have like Asteroid City and the French Dispatch and also Isle of Dogs. I think probably Asteroid City is probably the most likely to get released because it's from Focus Features, and the other 2 are actually Fox titles that Disney purchased, and now Disney's licensed out to Sony. Okay, so coming in at number 10, this one's actually from 2017. This is the one I don't own. It's from the Safdie brothers, Benny and Josh Safdie, but the movie's called Good Time. This one's an outstanding movie. I've seen it before. It's starring Robert Pattinson. It has Benny Safdie, and one of the co-directors and co-writers is also in the movie. Doesn't really have a lot of lines in the movie. You would know him from like Oppenheimer. He's a great character in Oppenheimer. So, okay, so at number 9, this one's actually from 2005. It's another one I don't own. It's from director Jim Jarmusch. If you know Criterion, they have so many movies from him already in the collection. But the movie's called Broken Flowers. This one's starring Bill Murray, has Jeffrey Wright. A lot of people know him now. Sharon Stone's in the movie. It's interesting. It's been a while since I've seen it, but it just would kind of make sense since they have so many other Jim Jarmusch movies in the collection that they would actually release this one. Okay, so number 8 actually on this film. It's from 2006. It's actually the debut film from Jason Reitman, and it's called Thank You for Smoking. This one's really interesting. I really liked his first 2 films. He did Juno after this one. I liked like Ghostbusters Afterlife, and he did Saturday Night this past year. This year I thought I liked that movie a lot, but this one it's actually starring Aaron Eckhart, has Maria Bello, David Koechner. Really interesting though. Just it gives some really strange kind of points, both positive and negative towards like smokers and just all kinds of stuff like that. You'd have to see the movie. Obviously, I have this on DVD. Okay, so at number 7, I actually own all these movies until I get to number 1. But at number 7, this one's from 2004. It's another debut film from this director, and the movie's called Garden State. The director is Zach Braff, and he's actually the star of the movie. It has Natalie Portman, Peter Sarsgaard, Ian Holm, if you know Alien. He's the character in that movie. I love this movie. I love the soundtrack to this movie as well. It's independently kind of movie. I think it might be Focus Features possibly, but yeah, I enjoy this one a lot. It's one I've owned on DVD. I have it on Blu-ray now. All right, so number 6 from 2003. This one's from Sofia Coppola, and the movie is called Lost in Translation. Interesting movie. It has starring Bill Murray and Scarlett Johansson. She's really young in this movie, but it's about 2 Americans that are in Japan, and they kind of create sort of a friendship. It doesn't get like weird necessarily. It almost does sort of, but it's really more of a fondness for each other. Just two Americans in a foreign land. Just kind of they speak the same language, and it just seems to be. They have a connection, sort of more of a friendship than anything else. But all right, so number 5. This one's from 2004, so it's the 20th anniversary. I think it got like a 4K release, maybe like earlier this year, possibly, or last year. But it's from director Michel Gondry. The movie's called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. This one's obviously Jim Carrey's in this movie. This is during that period when Jim Carrey was like making movies that were possibly Oscar worthy. You can call it maybe Oscar bait in some ways, but I thought he did a great job. I think a lot of his fans really couldn't couldn't accept the fact that he's not doing these goofball comedies, but has Kate Winslet. She's been nominated for so many Oscars. This is really early in her career. Kirsten Dunst has Elijah Wood, Mark Ruffalo, Tom Wilkinson. So many great actors are in this movie, and I love the story. It's got like some CGI in it, maybe sort of like a sci-fi kind of movie, sort of. But okay, so number 4, this one actually is from 1994. This one's I think so the 30th anniversary of this one. I think the Mockbuster on YouTube actually suggested this one time. in a like a live stream, and it kind of makes sense. But this one's from director Tim Burton. So this is like the one movie I think out of his filmography, the one that would make the most sense through Criterion. But the movie is Ed Wood. Interesting. I think this one's like the most art house of any of his films. So it would make sense in a lot of ways. If we were to have one movie from Tim Burton, this would be the one that would make the most sense. But it has Johnny Depp, Martin Landau. He won an Oscar for his role in this movie. Sarah Jessica Parker, Patricia Arquette, Bill Murray's in this movie as well. He's great in the movie. He's really not in the movie enough, but he's funny in some of the scenes that he has in this movie. But all right, so number 3, this one's actually from 2003, and I've wanted this one in the collection for so long. This one's starring Paul Giamatti. And the movie's called American Splendor. This one has Hope Davis, Judah Friedlander. It has actually 2 directors in it, Sherry Springer Berman and Robert Polsini. And this one, I love this one. Paul Giamatti should have gotten more credit for this movie. I'm not sure if he got like an Oscar nomination or anything for it. I think it may have gotten nominated for like the screenplay or something like that. But he's great in this movie. This is during that time when he was kind of making a push for Oscar Gold at that time, and it never happened. He's gotten so many nominations, but it still hasn't gotten any wins. But I think it's great. I still have this one on DVD. I'm not sure if it even has a Blu-ray release, but I'd love to see this one. All right, so number 2, this one's actually from 2004. It's from director Alexander Payne, and the movie's called Sideways. This one's actually from Fox, so this one may not ever happen because, like I said, Disney owns the rights to this, and then they sold the license to Sony, I think, so probably will never happen, but I think it'd be great in the collection. That's another one with Paul Giamatti as Thomas Hayden Church, Virginia Madsen, Sandra Oh. I love this one. For a long time, I had this one on DVD. I finally found it used like half-price books for like $7 on Blu-ray, so I had to pick it up, but I would still love to upgrade this one to the Criterion. Okay, so number 1, this one's from 1984. I actually don't own this movie. I've wanted to get this one for so long. It's been rumored for so long coming to the Criterion Collection, but it's never happened. But the movie is called Amadeus. This one's from director Milos Forman. Such a great movie. It's actually getting a 4K release in February of 2025. So I wouldn't necessarily say it's going to prevent that from getting released on Criterion, but it has Tom Hulsey as F. Murray Abraham. This one won like Best Picture. Abraham actually won the Oscar for Best Actor. It has the director won an Oscar for this movie as well. So, okay, so thank you for watching this video. Let me know in the comments if you own any of these movies. Do you think these movies belong in the Criterion Collection? Do you think they're going to get possibly like a 4K release or something like that? Like I said, anything can happen. They surprise you all the time. They have been kind of busy, doing like Blu-ray to 4K releases, but like I said, the Kurosawa title is actually out of print and it's only on DVD. So I think that one has a good chance. Like I said, that was just an honorable mention, but let me know. So if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider doing that. Please, like I said, like, comment, and subscribe. Please put the notification bell on, and everybody have a great one.